The 4 essentials to scale your business. Hi, I'm Yvonne of Amaze Yourself, and we help driven business owners to scale their business, get more clients, and increase their revenue. And today we're going to talk about the 4 essentials that grow your business. And I've been speaking to many business owners lately. I've helped over 327 business owners to grow their business. And I love to talk to you about the model that I know is truly going to help you scale your business. And it is also the model that I use to help my clients to grow their business. And I truly love to share this with you because it is really the best model that is out there. And it makes me happy. So this is the model I want to show to you, and this is the model I'm going to talk to you about. And as you can see, there are 4 essentials or 4 basic phases. 1 is the goal setting phase. 2 is the revenue phase. 3 is the optimization and the operation phase, and 4 is the sustainability phase, in where we create a win-win situation. So let me talk to you about the first phase. In the first phase, which is all about goal setting, there we go. The first phase is all about goal setting. What I recommend you do, and this is basically should always be the beginning, right? If you are traveling to some point, and growing and scaling your business is traveling, if you are going somewhere, you always take stock of where am I right now. If I go from Barcelona to London, I know I'm leaving Barcelona and my destination is London. So if you are on the verge of growing your business, if you are on the verge of scaling your business, you also need to take stock of where am I right now. So what I always recommend, and what we start with our clients, is an assessment. Looking at, where do I invest my time? Where do I invest my money? And where do I invest my energy? And how much of that is actually coming back to me? So what's the ROI, the return on investment, of all the things that I'm investing in, time-wise, money-wise, and energy-wise? All right. You're gonna see, okay, I have a money goal for myself. How am I gonna reach that? How much do I need to sell? If I need to sell that, and is my team able to deliver that? How much time is that gonna take me? What is it involved to get to that level? Is it at all possible with this current business model? Something we sometimes forget. But if you're doing a done for you service, it's not endlessly scalable. Or if you're working one-on-one, it's not endlessly scalable. So if you have a goal, take the time to not only assess where you are, but also to come up with a very clear strategy on how to reach your goal. And what I often see is that we just only look at goals. Oh, this is my goal, and then we go off, right? But I love to work with creative people. I love to work with multi-potentialites. In general, there are people that have a broad interest and love to do multiple things. And I don't know about you, but I always have a side project next to serving my clients, next to lead generation. I have a side project. Right now, I actually have 2. I'm one working with my web designer on creating a new website and making sure the SOE is really set up, search engine optimization. And my other project is, I am actually recording several programs, several modules for my group program. It's still a secret, but that's what I'm working on. So I'm working on lead generation, I'm working on the client delivery, and I have side projects. I have a broad interest. I never have not done only one thing. I just can't. If I do one thing, I get bored. Okay. And I know many of my clients are the same. The thing is, though, these side projects often go from one side project that is essential, like for me, my website optimization, to another side project, for example, starting a podcast, starting a YouTube channel, starting webinars, getting a new social media channel set up. Before you know it, these side projects take away from your focus, and the focus is get more clients delivery, and making sure my business is set up to scale. And that's why you need an assessment. What is it that you and your team are working on right now? How good does it do? If you look at your current goal, is it the easiest, the quickest, the cheapest way to achieve your goal? Or maybe is this side project something you need to put on hold, or maybe even abort completely? You would be surprised by how often I speak to people that have started something, didn't really work out, but they can't say goodbye to it. So it's on the shelf. I'm going to revisit. Even when they don't actually want to revisit, the fact that they haven't truly made the choice not to revisit, not to focus on it, makes already that they aren't as focused as they could be. I love the word simplification, because simplification makes you more scalable. I love the word standardization, because standardization makes you more scalable, right? I love for you to assess where you are right now and to see how you can simplify things, how you can standardize things, and how you can actually, with that, get your success up and running. That's where you should start. In the goal setting assessment phase, you really make sure you are clear on your goals, you are clear on how to get there, and you also look at, okay, right now, this is how I obtain my leads, my clients. This is how I engage with my prospects. Is that enough? Too many people come to me saying, okay, so when I ask them, how do you get your clients? Oh, it's through referrals or word of mouth. I love that. Honestly, when you get your most of your clients through referrals and word of mouth, you're doing something really well. Kudos to you, really. My compliments. The problem is that it's out of your control. You don't know whether someone is gonna recommend you. You don't know what's gonna happen and when this all of a sudden is gonna stop. Okay, so if that's the way you always get clients and you feel you want more control, you feel you want a sustainable pipeline continuously with clients coming to you, you most likely need to do something else. So in that assessment phase, you also need to look at, how do I get my clients? Is that sustainable? Does that drive enough clients towards me? Or do I need to change? I can talk about my clients. They always need something more. They need more than just networking and referrals. Okay, so that more is what you establish in your initial phase, in the phase where you actually decide how it is that you are going to reach your goal. Okay, one final thing I want to say about goal setting. Goal setting is amazing. And I love it when you decide where you want to be by the end of this year, right? I love that. But what makes it even better is when you know what it is you want to achieve in 5 years and in 10 years. And I will tell you why. If your goal is to ultimately exit the company, sell it to someone else, You need to do something else than when your goal in 10 years is to have a franchise set up, or when your goal is in 10 years to not have a big team, but be the best of the best of the best and be so recognized as the expert with the expert prices. There are three different scenarios. Why is it important? Because it's not happening within this year. It is not. But if you want a franchise, for example, you need to make sure that everything you do is set up in a way that others can do it as well. So the process mapping is truly important. If you want to exit your business and someone needs to take over, you need to make sure that you become replaceable. Whereas if you want to grow your business where you are the number one in the whole market known, you need to do something about your visibility. And you really need to most likely up level your clientele. And no better way than to start with that right now. So you can see that your future plans already have an impact on your current plans and your current strategies. Because sometimes you put emphasis on something that's not important for your long-term plans, then why would you emphasize it right now? Okay, so you have built a strategy. And then comes the fun part, the part where we start making money. And yes, this is critical. If you want to scale your business, you need money to do so, all right? And you need clients to do so, and you need leads to do so. So how do you go about it? Well, I always like to say it is good to have multiple revenue streams, in the sense that you have multiple streams where your clients are coming from. If you get clients from networking, amazing, keep it up. But don't waste your time on coffee chats. Make sure that the networking actually results in getting you more clients. If you get clients through referral, excellent. Make sure that you set up a referral program, or that you actually have a built-in moment where you ask your clients for referrals. Set it up. And otherwise, there are so many other client acquisition systems that I love. For example, I love outreach and I love emails. Those work tremendously well. And what I love about those outbound systems is that you are in control. So if I have an outright outreach process that delivers me leads, and at a certain point of time, I have so many clients that I actually cannot deal with more clients at the moment, then all I have to do is pause my outreach before I am overwhelmed with clients, right? Or it may mean that I need to do something else because right now I can't cope with the clients. So that means, and that's where we go to the next phase, I need to do something in the operations, okay? And this is again why it is so important to know what you do on your long-term goal, because that determines how you set up your operations and how important it is, for example, to have standard operating procedures, process flows. It is really critical that you not just work on getting more clients, but you also work on making sure you can deliver to those clients. And that can be very practical. Oh, I can't just do it with my current team, I'm expanding my team. Or it can be, right now, everything I'm doing is with Excel spreadsheets. It is time for me to go to a support system like Go High Level, where everything can be automated and what actually stimulates more clients to come to me. So it is really critical for you to make sure that you can deliver to those clients that you get in the second phase, and that you make your business more scalable. If you only focus on the revenue making, it will go wrong. Because if you cannot deal with the influx of clients, there will be no scaling. There will be a burnout for sure. So make sure to know where you want to go with your business, to know what you want to do in terms of the long term. And then what you do is you set up your operations so they support your growth. Okay. And again, it is very important to pick a system that you like and that you believe in and it is manageable for you. Now, the last phase, which is truly something that sets you apart from the rest of the people that offer the same thing as you. You need to make sure that your growth is sustainable, okay? That you have the right mindset to continue to win and that you can cope with this success. It's so funny when I talk about this with clients because they always say, why would I struggle with this success, right? I have wanted this for years and now the clients are coming and you're telling me I struggle with that? I'm not buying it. But trust me, in all those years that I've worked with clients and see them become successful again and again, I know that you will hit what you would like to call an upper limit. We are so used to things not going smoothly. We are so used to not being as successful as we want that as soon as success hits us, we start to unknowingly sabotage ourselves and hold ourselves back from further growth. So you need to address that. You need to make sure that you break through that mental barrier and that you can cope not only with your current success, but that you are ready for your next level of success, that you have the growth mindset that really, really works. Okay. Now, besides the mindset, there is something else that too many business owners struggle with, and that is leadership. How great are you at delegating? How well can you actually give over control to someone else? This is too often the bottleneck in scaling, where you feel you need to be controlling everything. You need to touch all of it. You need to have a final word, a final say, a final whatever, or you need to do it, but only with the help of someone else. And that is devastating. So if you want your growth to be sustainable, you will also need to up level and to scale your leadership skills. You need to make sure that you actually can delegate, that you feel comfortable, and that you can already step into that person that you are aiming to become in a year, 5 years, or 10 years. If you already start to behave, do, dress, look like that person that you're aiming to become in the future, your future has become today. Okay. So this last phase is so incredibly important because here you are in it to win it. You're in it for the long term. You constantly make sure that the strategy you set up is still the right strategy, that you keep the focus. You make sure that the client acquisition systems you have set up are continuously to work for you, whether it's you doing it or someone else. You make sure they continue to upload your pipeline because you need clients to grow. You make sure that the operations continue to make sure that the client delivery is top notch. And that's why this final phase is so important in the essentials to grow your business. So this model works tremendously well, and all you need are these 4 essentials. You need a strategy where you make sure to elaborate on how to reach your goals. You need a revenue making system that drives sales, that gives you leads continuously and in your control. You need to optimize your operations so that you actually can deliver on your clients. And you need to make sure it's all sustainable, mindset wise, leadership wise, and all over your company wise. If you do that, then scaling your business becomes easy. So if you have any questions, let me know, because this is what we do with Amaze Yourself. We help you through these 4 phases to scale your business. And the good thing is we guarantee that you scale your business. If not, we don't get paid. So if you're looking to scale your business right now, reach out, let's talk, because we can help. We've already helped over 327 business owners grow their business, get more clients, and we do it on a complete, no cure, no pay basis. So reach out if you are ready to scale your business now.